Welcome back guys to a new video. So today's video is going to be showing you guys all the officially confirmed unreleased dinos coming to Ark Survival Evolved in all the new updates to come. There's some really cool dinos guys, and I'm really sorry if I say some of the names wrong. Some of them have some crazy names, and I know I will learn and I get better at them, but there are some insane dinos and I know you guys are going to love this video. So if you do, make sure to smash the like button on this video. It really does help me out guys, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe as well guys. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, the links will be in the description down below to that. But anyway, without further ado, let's actually get into the video. So, as you can see on the screen right now, these are all the released dinos, the official released, actually in the game dinos. And to think how many there are already, guys, since I actually got this game from the start, it's absolutely crazy to go through how many dinos there are now. It's absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait for more and more to be released. And which is what we're going to be going on to now in today's video, which is finding out every dino which is on its way to Ark Survival Evolved. So let's start off with the first dino, which is the Aquatic, which is this here. It looks like some sort of snail. Looks like it'd be quite cool. A giant snail. I know that, you know, it's something they need to release into the game. There's been so many things about giant snails before, back in the day. Even nowadays, you know, it's going to be something really cool added in. And I'd like to know from you guys, out of all these dinos that I talk about, which ones you'd like me to go a bit more in depth into. You know, I'll make more videos and everything like that. Because if you guys want to see more of this, then you know, the most demanded dinos, then I'd love to do that for you guys. But I didn't really think I should go in depth into every dino, because I think it would get a little bit boring. And we'll just go through absolutely every dino. So the next one is the Ammonite. So I think this could be coming out very soon. I've heard some things that this could possibly be coming out very soon. Looks like it's going to be a non-rideable, possibly tameable dino. I don't think it will be tameable, but this is the dino dossier for this new sea creature. The next one is going to be a carnivore. I think it's the Baronex. I think I've said that right. Gonna be an insane dino, guys. That's the one word I'm gonna say. Absolutely insane. It's gonna be great. Another carnivore added into the game. Sort of reminds me more of the Spino than the sort of the T-Rex. Maybe a Spino and a T-Rex put together. Gonna be insane, and I think it's very good in the water as well. So the next thing is this. I did a video on a very long time ago. This is the Basiolosaurus. This is a huge fish, nearly or bigger than the Mosasaurus. Gonna be absolutely crazy. I've been waiting for this to come out for such a long time, so hopefully this comes out, you know, in future times. We don't have any release dates on any of these dinos yet, but these are all absolutely official dinos that are coming. The next one is, I'm not too sure how to say this name, so hopefully they have got the name pronouncer, which they do, which is the Calicorium. The Calicorium. I don't even, something like that. I did say at the start of the video I'm going to be terrible with names, but yes, this is a herbivore. I used to say remind me of the Parasaur, but apparently it's completely different. Going to be a herbivore, not going to be my favourite mount, but still apparently it's going to be quite a fast mount and really, really interesting to have into the game. So the next thing looks like it's going to be some sort of jellyfish, and again, this name looks pretty complex. Exactly, it's a silent C, so I was actually going to say the C, so it's the Nidea. So the Nidea, which, you know, I think that's the best thing I'm going to go with. Looks like some sort of jellyfish. Going to be absolutely insane, guys, you know, having jellyfish, because we still haven't got jellyfish into the game. So very, very looking forward to this thing. Going to be great. So the next thing is the video I did recently, which is about the new dino, which is probably going to be the most useful dino for using in tribes, which is the Daeodon. If you want to see more information on this, I've already done a video on this on my channel, so you can go check that out. Was only recently, about a week ago, so you can make sure to go check that out. So the next thing is a dino I think is coming out very, very soon. Is another sea dino. I'm not too sure it's going to be an absolute, you know, the most hyped dino, but it will be tameable. Not too sure if it's going to be rideable, but I doubt it. Going to be cool, but it will be out very, very soon. So the next one here looks like it is going to be the Electrophorus. So I think I got that name right. I think that, you know, that goes with it. So it looks like a giant eel. I'd love to go into more depth into this, into a video for you guys. Looks absolutely insane. Really looking forward to that sort of dino. We haven't got any eels in Ark yet, which is really cool. And the next one is another one I did a video on recently, which is the giant bee. If you guys would like to know more information on the giant bee, I go in depth into it completely in a video which is about a week or two ago as well. So make sure to go check that out. The giant bees are going to be coming to Ark Survival Evolved very, very soon. So then this is the next one here, which is I would say the Hesperpernis. you know, looks to me that, you know, let's make sure I actually get that spelling right. Let's make sure. So the Hesperornis, I think that's going to be right. So this is going to be another sea creature that's going to eat, you know, sort of the fish and stuff like that. It is tameable, but it is not rideable. You know, nothing, you know, too absolutely amazingly interesting or anything like that, but we're going to be moving on to another one, which is really, really interesting. So this is the I'm going to have to obviously get this one up as well, aren't I? Because they don't even have a name speller, but this is the Hynodon. Now, I think that's going to be something, I'm sorry about this, but this is like sort of a dino version of a hyena. It's not going to be rideable, but it is going to be tameable. Going to be insane, guys. Hyenas are pretty damn deadly, and to see them actually being able to be released into the game, which I would think that they were going to be, you know, bigger than the normal hyenas that we've got, because obviously they're not going to be rideable because hyenas are quite small, but maybe they'll be bigger than the ones in real life. So the next one is the Ichthyothornis. I think that's going to say it is tameable but not rideable. Another sort of bird that is, I'm not too sure how this is going to help us out. You know, this is going to be in a future update, so we've had no information on this. Absolutely, you know, it might be a dino that is really, well, a bird that is really small, and it might, you know, sit on your shoulder or something like that, but no information on that one as for yet. So the next one here is the Iguanodon, which is the Iguanodon. I'm going to say that's right. I shouldn't really be going through all of these. I said I was going to do them in videos. It is tameable and it is rideable. It looks pretty cool. It is a herbivore, so it might not be anything insane, but it looks like it could be quite a quick mount to ride. So I've also done a video in an update of this new one, which is the Capuccius, which is a relative of the Sarco, which is another type of crocodile, a bit smaller than a Sarco, but it's going to be another sort of crocodile alligator mount, which is tameable and rideable. It is going to be really, really, really cool, so cannot wait to get this into the game. The next thing is also I have done a video on, which is a relative to the Stegosaurus, which is the Kentrosaurus, which is so much better than the Stego. That's all I'm going to say. From my experience, I think this is going to be much better than the Stego. The Kentrosaurus got absolutely amazing tail. Not going to go into more depth because I've done a video on it, so if you guys would like to check that out, that was about 2 to 3 weeks ago. It looks insane. The next thing, it looks like it's going to be another sea creature, which is not tameable, not breedable, and not rideable. So it could be pretty small then if it's not going to be tameable and rideable. It's called the Leesichthyes. So the Leesichthyes, pretty cool name, might be quite small, not too sure on that yet. The next one is this big bad boy, which I think I've seen in a film before, called the Liopleurodon. The Liopleurodon, it is tameable and it is a rideable. It's in the sea and it's a carnivore. It looks like it could be something very similar to the Plesiosaur. I'm not too sure, but I reckon it'd be much bigger and much more deadly. Not too sure on this yet, but obviously, if you guys would like me to do a video on this, then I will go more further into depth into it. So the next one is the Megalana. I reckon that's probably pronounced right. It is tameable and it is rideable. Looks pretty insane. No information on this one yet, but we'll be getting into it later on. Obviously, we got the information on here, but, you know, as I said, I don't want to spoil it for future on videos. So that is looking insane. Coming on to the next one is this is a sort of carno, I would say, you know, look-alike kind of things. Another carnivore, tameable and rideable. I think I've already sort of gone into this in a video in depth. So if it's in the most recent update that is going to be coming out. So this will be out very, very, very soon. The Megalosaurus. If you'd like to go check that out, make sure to do that. Moving on to the next one, which is we'll find out it is tameable, but doesn't say if it is rideable, which is basically a giant sloth called the Megalothurum. Now, giant sloth, I'm going to just say because it seems, you know, it's going to be simple. It's passive but aggressive to insects. You know, giant sloth could be pretty cool added into the game. We haven't got any sloths, but we do have a Gigantopithecus, so it could be quite similar to that. The next thing, guys, is going to be the Microraptor. Now, this is actually going to be tameable, but it won't be rideable. As you can tell by the name Micro, that means small. So it's going to be, sort of looks like it's going to be some sort of flying raptor, which is absolutely insane. Can't wait to have this added into the game. I reckon these things will be quite annoying, but really cool once you've tamed them up. The thing after that is the Muschops. Now, the Muschops, I've actually done a video on this from back in the day. It was quite a while ago now. It's tameable but not rideable. The Moose Shops, which is actually its official name, yeah, it's going to be in the game, you know, later on. But I did a video on this about 6 months ago. It was a very long time ago. So if you can actually find that, that would be great. But, you know, if you guys do want me to do another video on this, then I will, because it was such a long time ago. Moving on to one of the last final videos, I know there's a few more, is the Pachyrhinosaurus. So this is actually like a mixture of the Patchy and the Trike added together. Obviously not an official, but we'll find out obviously if it's tameable and rideable, which it is, so that is going to be absolutely insane. I haven't really seen this one before, but I think it was in the last video I did. Looks like it's going to be quite deadly, but you know, there's going to be so many other cooler ones. So the Pegomastix, I think I'm going to go with that. It is a herbivore. It is tameable but not rideable. No information, but if you'd like me to do a video on this in the future, then I will. Gonna be cool. So that's what that one is there. So moving on to something I've also done a video on, so if you'd like to go back, you know, and check that video out, it's called the Pavlova, the Pavlovia. It is going to be a sort, it won't be rideable, but it will be tameable, sort of like a rat, going to be deadly, a herbivore, but yeah, definitely something to look forward to. So also this one I did a video on, which is, I'm not even going to try and attempt it unless it's here. Well, maybe it's here. So the Therizinosaurus, there we go. I think that went better than expected. It is tameable and it's rideable. It is a herbivore. Reckon it's going to be a quickie, I was about to say, a really quick mount. Definitely looking forward to it. Now, this is something that I am looking forward to, which is another carnivore, which is the Thylaceo. I think I kind of said that right. There's the Thylacoilo. We'll go with that. It is tameable and it is rideable. It is a carnivore. Very similar to the saber-tooth. Gonna be absolutely epic. So the last few now, guys, which is the last two, is the Troodon, which we'll just find out now about the tameable and rideable. It is tameable but not rideable. Looks quite similar to the Compy, but I think it's just going to be pretty similar to the Compy. Doesn't look like it's going to be very big as it's not rideable, but will be tameable. Moving on to the final confirmed unreleased dino, is a dino which is going to be in the sea, which I'm going to have help, which is the Tussotiufish, which is going to be tameable but not stated if it's rideable. It is going to be a carnivore, so this looks like it's going to be some sort of giant octopus, giant squid. Gonna be insane, guys. Looking forward to this a lot. Now, if you guys would like me to make a video on any of these dinos, make sure to let me know down in the comments down below, and I will do an in-depth video on some of these unreleased dinos. Going to be absolutely amazing. If you do enjoy it, make sure to subscribe, leave a like on this video, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll be speaking to you guys in my next video. See you later, guys.